From the moment I knew how to read, I couldn't stop reading books. One of my favorite activities as a child was reading. I loved it that I could enter a magical world of my own, and I'm not the only one. Bill Gates reads 50 books per year. Warren Buffett reads between 600 to 1,000 pages a day. Oprah Winfrey credits books with much of her success. Reading is a valuable treasure for a better quality of life. Many people think that reading is boring, especially nowadays when we have all this technology, and apparently there are more exciting things than books, such as smartphones or game consoles, but although they are not sophisticated gadgets, nor have any visual effects, books contain value, and yes, they can even entertain. At some point of my life, I stopped reading because my routine was full of new situations I had to deal with, so this hobby slowly faded away. A few years ago, I decided to start reading again, and it was so difficult. I couldn't read more than one page at a time and had to read passages over and over because I couldn't concentrate. But I forced myself, and because I was persistent, my reading skills slowly came back to me. It's also important to start with light reading books so you won't get too frustrated. There are books at any style about every subject, and you can always find one that you'd like. From comic books and manga to thrillers, romance, adventure, science fiction, informational, self-help, and whatnot. I want to say a few words about informational books. People need a mentor in order to succeed, a role model to look up to. When we see someone else who inspires us, we can learn from them and they can guide us and give us advice. However, not everyone gets to have someone like this. Luckily, many successful people write such good books that having them is like collecting diamonds. Imagine that you have a treasure box that contains everything you wanted to know, a glimpse to the mind of experts and their way of thinking. This is exactly what you get by reading these books. You can learn so many things and gain information from people who know what they're talking about. I personally benefit from reading self-help books, and many successful people do that on a regular basis. I think that the self-development books that have inspired me the most by far are The Secret and Rich Dad Poor Dad, but there are many other great books in this category. Now let's talk about some other reading benefits. Reading can actually make you smarter. It stimulates your brain, and unlike watching television, which is a passive way to consume information or entertainment, while reading, you are active, you sharpen your mind and encourage deep thinking. As you try to keep up with the plot and follow every detail, and sometimes even guess what's gonna happen next, you improve your analytical thinking skills. Since we're used to be distracted, if it's by checking email or social media, receiving notifications, text messages, and many other distractions, reading is something that demands your full attention and improves your concentration. It is a very relaxing activity. It's better to read a book before you go to sleep than stare at screens, which also lowers the quality of your sleep. A person who reads books expands his horizons and vocabulary, increases his intelligence and general knowledge, and also improves his memory. Books are fun, enjoyable, entertaining, and developing the imagination and creativity. They enrich your internal world. Try to read a little bit every day until it becomes a habit. It's hard to resist the temptations of technology, but nothing compares to the feeling of holding a book and reading. A good book is an entry ticket to a wonderful world. Check the description for some of my favorite books and a link to free audiobooks. Hope I convinced you a little bit, and there will be more people out there who read books. Tell me in the comments what is your favorite book, and feel welcome to subscribe to see more. See you next time!